Elias Vance, a bookbinder who senses emotions in old books, and Seraphina, a celestial cartographer exploring hidden constellations, share a brief yet profound encounter at Heathrow Airport. This moment sparks an unspoken connection that compels them to seek each other out despite the distance. Elias searches antique books for clues about Seraphina, while her star maps inexplicably lead her to him. Their journeys intertwine through coincidences, shared dreams, and the discovery of a rare book inscribed with serendipity. This magical realism story highlights the subtle moments and serendipitous encounters that guide them toward their fates, revealing a deeper destiny. The air at Heathrow Airport was thick with the familiar sense of jet fuel and old coffee. A typical atmosphere for Elias Vance, a man who traveled often for business. This trip was especially important as he sought rare books for his shop. Clutching his worn leather satchel, he felt some comfort amidst the chaos of rolling suitcases and announcements in different languages. Lost in thoughts of a book project, suddenly he noticed a woman nearby, her silhouette outlined against the sunlight streaming through the large window. Her auburn hair glowed, and she was focused on a detailed map, seemingly oblivious to the bustle around her. Her striking emerald eyes captivated Elias, exuding a sense of mystery that felt otherworldly, as if she belonged to another realm. When their eyes met for a fleeting moment, everything else faded away. Time stopped, and Elias felt a powerful wave of recognition and longing, as if he had known her forever. But just as quickly, she returned her attention to her map, unaware of the profound connection they shared. As she walked away, Elias felt a sense of loss, as if something precious slipped through his fingers. The airport turned cold and uninviting. Even as he tried to focus on his work, thoughts of the woman lingered, her presence entwining with his memories like the aroma of old books. He knew, without understanding why, that this encounter was significant. He was determined to find her again, holding on to that silent promise, knowing it was a turning point in his life. Weeks turned into months, yet the memory of his brief encounter at Heathrow Airport remained vivid. The image of the woman with her celestial map lingered in his mind, urging him to seek answers. He began exploring old bookstores, searching for clues that could lead him back to her. As time passed, he noticed strange coincidences and a sense of connection in everyday events. A pressed flower found in a book reminded him of a rare species from an old text, and he began having recurring dreams filled with stars and symbols reminiscent of that day. He felt an inexplicable pull towards certain places, as if guided by an unseen force. It was clear to him that this was more than chance. The universe seemed to be directing him toward a destiny he couldn't fully grasp. The emotions in the aged books he examined whispered her name, blending with the memory of their encounter. He felt he was on a journey toward reuniting with the woman from the airport, caught up in a mystery that promised excitement and hope for the future. In the years following their serendipitous meeting at Heathrow, Elias found solace in the quiet of his bookbinding workshop, yet the memory of Seraphina lingered, vibrant and haunting. Surrounded by the comforting sense of aged paper and leather, he meticulously restored fragile texts, each repair a meditation on his unfulfilled longing. Within the pages of antique books, he discovered echoes of their fleeting connection, pressed flowers and stories of star-crossed lovers, each coincidence amplifying his hope that fate might guide him back to her. Meanwhile, in her remote observatory in the Scottish Highlands, Seraphina was captivated by the stars. The celestial charts she studied transformed into a language she yearned to decode, hinting at their intertwined destinies. Striking coincidences like a meteor shower echoing their encounter and the bloom of a rare luminous wildflower led her to believe the universe conspired to reunite them. As both navigated their separate paths, their dreams filled with echoes of one another, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. They each sought answers in the stories around them, grasping at the threads of fate that whispered of a profound connection waiting to be unlocked.
The dream began subtly for Elias, a flicker of swirling nebulae and constellations woven into the pages of an ancient book. It was a recurring motif linked to his Heathrow encounter, an ethereal tapestry that shifted and rearranged itself, leaving a residue of longing. He sketched the fragments in his notebook, desperate to translate the dream, which felt both alien and familiar. This vivid realm blurred reality with the subconscious, suggesting a connection to a mysterious woman. Yet, the more he sought meaning, the more elusive it became. Similarly, Seraphina experienced dreams amidst the stars in her observatory. Her dream was sharper, focusing on an ancient book filled with detailed celestial charts, including a constellation she recognized as her birth chart. This map pulsed with energy, embodying her longing and anticipation for a significant future. The striking similarities between their dreams, both featuring the ancient book and celestial maps, hinted at a profound connection. For Elias, the dream reflected his emotional journey and desire for Seraphina, while for her, it symbolized a roadmap guiding her toward destiny. Initially, they failed to connect the implications of their shared dream, interpreting it through their unique lenses. Yet this subconscious resonance signified an ethereal bond, a silent bridge across time and distance. Their lives, seemingly apart, were woven together by a shared dream, longing, and destiny. Elias sketched images from the dream, exploring ancient texts for clues, yet his searches yielded no answers. The dream, with its shared elements, was a cosmic hint of their intertwined fates. Elias often dreamed of a mysterious scene that felt significant, prompting him to draw the star patterns he saw and search old books for clues. Despite his efforts, the meaning of the dream remained elusive, especially regarding a magical book that seemed to hold secrets, leading to a special encounter with a woman from Heathrow. Meanwhile, Seraphina was also on a quest for answers. She studied star charts, hoping to find hints about a particular constellation in her dreams. As she delved into ancient texts, she began to believe her dreams were guiding her toward a future she didn't fully understand, drawing her closer to the enigmatic man who had captured her heart. Over the years, their shared dream became a silent connection between them, hinting at a greater bond and an inevitable reunion. The dream served as a beacon of hope, suggesting that they were being guided by an unseen force. It was a promise that, despite the distance, their paths were destined to converge, leading them both toward fulfillment and connection. Elias stood in a small, dusty bookshop in Notting Hill, surrounded by the comforting scent of old paper and leather. As a book restorer, he loved being near the countless books that seemed to whisper forgotten stories. Lately, he had been trying to make sense of a dream he kept having about shifting stars, a dream that had started to take over his love for restoring old texts. While exploring a bottom shelf, his fingers brushed against a worn, leather-bound book that seemed to call to him. When he opened it, brittle pages revealed delicate handwriting and beautiful drawings. One word, serendipity, was written in faded gold and resonated with him, reminding him of a mysterious woman he had seen at Heathrow Airport who had been haunting his dreams. As he read on, each page revealed snippets of different stories, tales of lost wisdom and love that seemed just out of reach, hinting at a secret message. At the same time, in the distant Atacama Desert, Seraphina, an astronomer, was observing a strange constellation that looked just like one from her own dreams. The stars seemed to vibrate with an unusual energy, as if they were directing her towards something important. Seraphina's ancient star chart was filled with confusing symbols and clues she couldn't understand. What she didn't know was that these symbols matched those Elias traced in his book. Together, they were part of a bigger picture that was slowly starting to reveal itself, drawing both of them toward a shared fate. The deciphered Aramaic script unveiled a surprising truth. The coordinates pointed not to a specific place on Earth, but to a unique alignment of stars in the sky, a cosmic map of great importance. Elias, who initially felt defeated, found renewed determination. He knew he had to explore the mysterious connection he shared with a woman he had met at Heathrow Airport. For days and nights, he immersed himself in star maps, often waking from dreams filled with images of her and the worn, leather-bound book.
As he studied the book, Elias noticed recurring patterns in its illustrations, sketches of unusual stargazing instruments. One illustration featured a distinctive radio telescope, leading him on a quest that lasted several weeks. Ultimately, he uncovered the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, ALMA, in the remote Chilean Andes. The layout of this impressive array matched the sketch in the book perfectly, and the vast Atacama Desert seemed to resonate with the ethereal qualities of the woman he was drawn to. The book also included mysterious symbols that, when superimposed on star charts, revealed a coded message, a series of celestial events linked to ALMA's schedule, suggesting a significant cosmic meeting was approaching. Meanwhile, Seraphina felt a growing anxiety as she noticed that a peculiar constellation she had dreamt about started to shift. These changes weren't random. They were closely tied to the symbols Elias was deciphering. She carefully plotted the constellation's changes, feeling an unexplainable connection to the stars, as if they were guiding her towards something profound. As she recalculated the coordinates from an ancient star map, she noticed they pointed to a specific spot in the sky that aligned with the Atacama Desert, close to the Alma Observatory. This realization felt deep and transformative, as if the universe was revealing secrets to her. A sense of attraction pulled her toward her inevitable path in the distant Atacama Desert, a journey that felt essential to undertake. Seraphina had spent years exploring the universe, but now she felt a phenomenon beyond her comprehension, a compelling call from the cosmos, urging her toward something greater. In recalculating the ancient chart and observing the shifting constellation, she pinpointed a convergence in space that matched a remote area in the Atacama Desert, near Alma. This discovery felt too significant to overlook. She sensed that it was not merely another scientific finding, but a moment that could change her life. Accompanied by a feeling of déjà vu, she felt a gentle pull guiding her toward her destination in the desert. Unlike Elias, Seraphina didn't feel rushed. Instead, she was softly drawn into this celestial melody. It filled her with wonder and a bit of fear, hinting that she was part of something bigger than herself. The universe seemed to be calling her name, leading her to a point where different destinies would converge. Neither Elias nor Seraphina realized that their journeys were heading toward a meeting, orchestrated by the very stars they were trying to understand. The Serendipity book and the ancient star map, although they appeared unrelated, were pieces of a celestial guide steering them toward an unavoidable intersection, with the night sky holding its breath in anticipation. Deciphering the clues asterisk, the Atacama Desert shone brightly under the Chilean sun, but Elias was focused on an old book titled Serendipity. Its weathered leather cover was a reassuring presence as he searched for answers. Nearby, the Alma Observatory stood tall, a testament to human ingenuity. However, the true treasure Elias sought was found within the pages of the book, the secrets of Seraphina's life, her passions, and her unique connection to the universe. As he studied the ancient writings, Elias noticed symbols that looked like constellations. These weren't typical star patterns. They seemed deeply personal, hinting at Seraphina's own story. This book became like a diary of her life, sharing moments from her existence that were intertwined with the cosmos.